Let's get to it. Sharp calls.
Hello, who's there? I'm talking.
Ring, ring, telephone ring. Somebody said, baby, what you doing?
Who's calling you this week? And what are they saying? Are they ripping? Are they supporting?
This might be like a 20-minute segment. Honestly, a lot of I'll start just before we do this week. The biggest talk was futures, and it's hilarious because we always talk about not overreacting. The amount of pros I talk to that think people should be putting money on the Vikings, the Eagles, or the Saints to win the NFC is crazy to me. They all think the Bucs are done. They think Green Bay has too many issues that's going to come up later in the season. They don't trust the Rams, and they don't trust the 49ers, which we're going to get to coming up. I just thought that was interesting. That's a lot to overreact to just 1 week. I can't do it. I mean, the one that does stand out is maybe the Buccaneers. I've seen now that Godwin's out. Mike Evans have popped up the injury report, and so did Leonard Fournette, which is great for our Saints bet. But yeah, that was more interesting. Just how much wide open the NFC is. It wasn't even just my friends too that I talked to. It was like actual pros that are like, no, isn't like there's huge market efficiency here that we should be investing in. Like the NFC is wide open, which we knew coming in, right? Me and you talked about that. You went with a little bit of a wild card in your championship pick. I kind of went with the boring pick. I just wanted the Bucs winning the NFC, but it is wide open. And the first game got a call on was definitely that Simon Says pick. Had a couple of pros reach out to me. They think I'm overrating Trey Lance and this 49ers team, and I'm underrating the Seahawks team. And I said, based on what? Geno Smith had literally one good half. Did you guys not see him in the second half? And did you not see that defense and the Seahawks giving up all those yards? I get it. I would love to be down on the 49ers. They're kind of been a team everyone picked coming into the year of being a sleeper team. And that's always a little worrisome. But I don't know. That was a tsunami. Like Justin Fields, to me, just made the plays to win that game. Trey Lance, you can hate on him for that, right? He did not make the plays to put his team in a position to win. But how do I know how good their run scheme is? How do I know this offense is going to function? Even defensively, what did I really learn about the 49ers team? So to me, nothing's changed. I still had the high rating. So I think I came on here and said I would have taken this up to whatever it was, something crazy like 13. I adjusted, right? Because people really were in my ear, and I was like, okay, I am overvaluing clearly this 49ers team. But they all had this game at 7.5, 8, which is crazy to me. And like that's why they've come in with the public on the Seahawks team. But I'm just not drinking the Kool-Aid. So now I'm getting a little worried, Chad. It's feeling like a Giants-Tennessee game all over again. But luckily, there are actual pros on my side of this, where they still didn't adjust anything. They're like, this 49ers team, this is what I thought they're going to be coming into the year. Taking nothing away from that Bears game. That was just literally a one-off tsunami freak game. Now we have Trey Lance at home playing a Seahawks team coming off a huge win. I think I saw some crazy stat that the 49ers just haven't played well against the Seahawks team since I believe it's 2012. Well, guess who came to the Seahawks in 2012? Russell Wilson. So maybe that was the reason why that Seahawks team was so good against them. I just maybe this won't be me and Chad's 5 because we have other favorites we like more. But I'm invested. I bet it down. It hit 8.5. It hit 8. I bet it again. So it's like, what can I do? I clearly have taken a stand here on this 49ers team. But that was their first definitely glaring call. The next one was Carolina. Pros aligned with us on Carolina. They love that pick against the Giants. Just what we talked about, the seesawness of the Giants, and we can talk about that coming up. Next one was New England, which I am so skeptical of. I don't really understand this, but 2 really, really smart groups hit this number, and they hit it again. So it went up to 2.5, and then another group I really respect came in and hit actually Pittsburgh. Because, again, it's Tomlin at home as a dog. I get what they're doing. Now it's like ping pong, and we're going into, I kind of wanted to take New England regardless, right? We've seen the trend of these road teams, back-to-back road starts. I think, was it Action that tweeted it out, Chad, or was it Bet Labs? But since 2019, in week 2, teams that start the season on the road week 1, and then they're on the road again for week 2, they're 8-0 ATS since 2019. My only issue with that stat is COVID happened in the middle of that, and then the following year was like half stadiums, right? People wearing masks still. So there really has not been a home field advantage from 2020 to 2001. So it's a little bit of a skewed stat, but I can see why people were kind of feeling New England in this position. Again, Pittsburgh, huge divisional win, 5 turnovers, and they won by 3 in overtime. It's just like not a lot to love either on this Pittsburgh side. So I am curious to see how you feel about this game, Chad. We'll talk about coming up, but I can tell you the pros love it. They've taken a stand. They love that one. And the other one for us is going to be the Saints. Every pro, we already made a foxhole bet. I probably would have made our big balls bet. They love it. They're with us. They're just like, this Saints team will just be undervalued. Again, is it Dennis Allen, the head coach?
Yep.
Look at his record. If you're under the age of 25 and you don't remember this guy, go look up his head coaching record. I think it was literally 8-27 or something like that career. Okay, he was bad. But I'm kind of taking like the view of he clearly learned from it. They came back. That wasn't just Jameis Winston. That's a whole mentality of a team there that came back against that Atlanta team. So yeah, I love knowing that I'm back on 2 big bets I've already made. Because I was not gonna lie to you, I was scared about that Carolina bet, just as Baker. But the fact that so many professionals are back on that one, it's giving me confidence. And we've seen the number drop, right? It's at 2 at a lot of books now.
You know who doesn't get scared? Me. I was never scared about that Panthers bet. I fully believe. Never nervous about the Saints bet.